flip the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a K for 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Angry and friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. Dances by him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Super one. Like we did before, here we go. 76, tell him. 76.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Breaks a tackle. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. To throw is Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. First down, here's the run with Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He'll buy some time right. They find some open field. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. And that's complete to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On first down, it's gone. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Listen. Start right. Here we go. Super.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And his throw here is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Super 66.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he goes back with 1 complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
DC.
On 1st and 10, gone. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's gone. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
11.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, with that incompletion, gives us a chance to get Charles Super Bowl picks. We've done this the last couple years going into week 1. Who do you have this season?
Well, it wouldn't surprise anyone at all for Philadelphia and New England to do it again, this time in Atlanta. But I think it's going to be a couple of different teams out of both divisions, all right, both conferences, I should say. I think coming out of the NFC, I really like Atlanta.
Wow.
I think they're going to get back to the Super Bowl again. At the AFC, I think it's going to be Pittsburgh. And ultimately, I'm taking Atlanta to hoist the trophy.
And you know where the Super Bowl is this year.
It is in Atlanta. The first time ever we're going to have a home team win in their home stadium.
You heard it here first. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because
now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
DC.
Now gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Goff now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
12.
On first down, Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. We're good. Tiger. Super, 66.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And shutting him off, now open field. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 81 yards. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And his throw is incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. Let's make a quick pivot here to revisit a topic from the last couple of weeks. We've been discussing, well, which rookie starters are going to be in there week 1. It appears to be only one right now, Sam Darnold of New York, correct?
That sounds correct based on what we've heard from the different teams. All of them have made their announcements and their proclamations about their starter, and Sam Darnold's going to get the ball to begin. But for me, it's how long will he remain the only rookie starter? I don't know if it'd be terribly long. I look in Buffalo, I think Josh Allen will get his shot fairly early. I look in Arizona, I think Josh Rosen the same, depending on how their teams come out of the gate. And at some point, Baker Mayfield will play this year for the Cleveland Browns.
Seems to be more pressure each year on these franchises to get the rookies in there early, doesn't it?
It certainly does. When you spend that type of draft capital, that type of money, we don't wait nearly as long, and the good coaching staffs meet these kids halfway with what
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Goff. They'll roll him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Here's Goff, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
DC. 2-5. 2-5.
They are going for it. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. first time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pound one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Cousins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Again, this is Cook, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long for Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Throwing now, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
14. Maverick. 14.
Goff going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And now out comes Minnesota. One-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20.